Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Kitten, I'll be your host today. Is that my intro? I don't know. I want to apologize really quick before I get into this video and what we're doing, but I'm sorry for just the kind of chaos and half-assedness of the background and my appearance and this video. Because it is 11 p.m. at night and I just remembered I have to film this before I do other stuff for this month, other videos for this month, so yeah. But yeah, apologies for any background noise because I share a very thin wall with my sister, which I am directly in front of. So can she probably hear me? Yes. Does that matter? No, because I can hear her YouTube videos. Okay, and you might be able to, for which I apologize. I digress. Anyway, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, the point of this video. So welcome to my August TBR. I don't know if I already did that or not. I'm kind of losing track of time and everything. But yeah. Oh, I'm gonna address this because my vlog that I have planned where I already addressed my glasses is gonna come out after this. So anyway, I got glasses. I don't know how I feel about them because I feel like they kind of make me look ugly yet not at the same time. Yeah. Okay, I will say though, it is so much fun to every time I take these off, I get to do the bit of I'm beautiful like every single Disney movie ever. It's so much fun. It's so goofy. Anyway, back to the TBR. So this is not gonna be really a complete TBR, if that makes sense. Just because we are still in summer, so I do still have my summer TBR, which I'll kind of do a pan across of at some point in this video, just to give you an idea of what else I may be reading this month. But what I have in front of me is more or less just kind of books that I want to read, both either before summer ends or in the first 2 weeks of the school year. Yeah. I think you get the point. I don't know if I elaborated that, but yeah, so let's get into it. Also, sorry really quick for the sudden change in or shift in camera angles because I accidentally deleted the intro to this video. I got it back, but yeah, I had to get that back. Anyway, so first up, I'll do the books that I want to, or that I'm doing vlogs on. I think that makes sense, but yeah. Anyway, so first up, I'm halfway through a Riley Sager taste test vlog right now, which if you don't know what that is, it's basically, I'm reading 4 of his books to see if he's an author that I vibe with. I'm not going to tell you how it's going right now, because I honestly don't really have an opinion, but the books. So first up, we have The Last Time I Lied. I started this today, actually, and it is about this girl who, when she was 13 years old, at a summer camp, 3 of her cabin mates went missing, and now, 15 years later, our main girl is going back to find them, I think. I don't know. I'm 30 pages into this and I still don't fully have a grasp on what's going on, but yeah. Where do I put, okay, I'm just gonna chuck them on my bed. I could also just put the book back, it's fine. Anyway, next, for the same vlog, we have Middle of the Night by Riley Sager. I don't really know what this is about. I believe it's this boy who, when he was a kid, him and his friend went backyard camping and then his friend went missing, and now as an adult he's trying to figure out what happened, which I feel is so far a running theme in Riley Sager's books. But yeah, I don't really know much about this, but it is supposed to be really different from his other books, so I am very excited to get to this. I also kind of love this cover. It kind of feels like a movie poster, so yeah. Okay, next we have Playground by, oh wait, let me introduce the next vlog, because that's Riley Sager vlog books. So the next vlog that I'm halfway through is a Disturbing Books vlog, which she's kind of rough right now. Not even in the quality of the books, it's just kind of like a jumbled mess right now, so I'll have to figure her out. But anyway, so here are the two books that I have yet to have started. Yeah, so first up we have Playground by Erin Beauregard. Oh my god, I'm sorry. I like start burping every time I make a video for some reason. Anyway, um so I have Playground by Erin Beauregard, and this is described as Saw but with kids, which sounds like a fun plot just because I feel like it could just be so over the top and like darkly comedic. But also, I read The Slob this year, which y'all are gonna get to hear me rant about at the end of this year for like my 10 worst books of the year. But I hated that. I'm not even gonna get into that right now. So I'm kind of iffy on this, but like, I already bought it by the time I had read The Slob. So I kind of got to stay committed to this, and I'm just going to read it for the vlog. Anyway, I'm not really excited. Next, I have Survivor by J.F. Gonzalez. This is like, I've heard most people love this book. It's an extreme horror book about like this girl and her husband who go on vacation, and then he gets arrested for something, and she gets kidnapped and forced to star in a snuff movie. Can I say that on YouTube? We'll find out. But yeah, she gets forced to star in a snuff film, and it's like a fight for survival. Oh, and also she's pregnant, which makes me scared for what's gonna happen in this book. This is also very thick for a extreme horror book, but I don't know how I feel about this. I'm kind of excited, but at the same time I'm kind of worried. Yeah. Okay. So that was pretty much all the vlog books. So next I'll do books that I'm like kind of in the middle of, but like it's just taken me a hot minute to get through. So first is The House That Horror Built by Christina Henry. I actually have like, I think 100 pages left. I'm like, actually how far into this? I'm almost 200 pages into this. I didn't touch it at all last month. I read this before I went on my trip, and then when I got back, I just never finished it. But I really want to finish it because this is really good so far. Yeah, I have to tell you what the book is about. So this is about this girl named Harry. I forgot the main character's name. That's embarrassing. But anyway, she's like this new hire maid for this really big horror movie director that she loves because she just loves horror movies. And then she starts to hear screams, which she think are not screams, cries for help from the room next door, or like a room in his house. And then the mystery kind of goes on from there. He's a very private man, so she's kind of torn on like, do I investigate? Is it all in my head? Yeah. Okay. Then we have The Burning God by R.F. Kuang. I definitely just touched my glasses. That's so cute. Anyway, I have The Burning God by R.F. Kuang. I'm about halfway through this. Me and my bestie Allie have been buddy reading this series since December of last year. And it's taken us both since like, I think May this year to get through this. By the way, it's August. No shit. This is an August TBR. But like, yeah, because we're just kind of both burnt out on like fantasy, or at least I was burnt out on like not high fantasy, but like adult fantasy. So I just like had to put this down, and I just need to get through it this month. I need to commit. I really want to see how the trilogy ends. Yeah. Okay, speaking of Allie, I have The Pisces by Melissa Broder, which is Allie's book. She's letting me borrow it because she read it last month and gave it to me right before I went on my trip, and I didn't take it with me. Yeah, I need to read this because I have such a bad habit of like of borrowing her books and then taking them for over a year. I'm not kidding you. I have a book from her that I've had for over a year, and it's not even a long book. It's 200 pages, big text. Like, but yeah. Anyway, I need to give this back to her before the end of summer, preferably. So yeah, this also just feels like a fun summer read. So yeah, I really want to read it. Okay. Ooh. All right. Now we have Don't Fear the Reaper by Stephen Graham Jones. This is the second in the Indian Lake trilogy. I read the first one last month and I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. I think I gave it like 3.5 stars. So I don't know. I want to continue on with the series. So yeah, I picked up the sequel and I really want to get through it. By the way, I have a signed edition, which I just love. You can see the damage on the sticker from where I like peeled it off of the title and moved it to a blank area. Cause like, girl, don't fuck with my title, but like, I want to keep the sticker in case I like want to resell this book and it sells for higher because it's signed. Not resell this book, but if I give it away, I feel like I might get a higher amount of money for it. Yeah. I don't know why that like took me a second to get through. Okay, so now we're on to our last two stacks. Maybe this video won't be a half hour long. We'll see, because I also have to get to books that I don't own yet, slash like digital books. But yeah, anyway, let's move on. Since we were on the topic of borrowed books that I haven't given back yet, this is from a different friend. This is Dead Until Dark by Charlene Harris. I borrowed this from my friend Lily. Hey, Queen, if you're watching this, I'm so sorry that I have not given this back yet because I borrowed this somewhere during the end of the school year because Allie read this series, like binged the crap out of it, and I found it interesting, and I just like have not read this through. Me and my other bestie Sophie read the first three books together, like falling asleep on FaceTime, but I fell asleep immediately, so she's the only one who knows anything about the books. I only know the first chapter of this because that's been like my go to sleep audiobook for the past 2-3 months. But yeah, essentially this is about a world where like vampires. Oh yeah, by the way, this is the book that inspired the TV show True Blood. Anyway, this is a world where like vampires slash vampirism is like recognized in society, and their vampires are seen and recognized as minorities, and our main girl Sookie Stackhouse is really interested in them, and she can also read minds but not vampire minds, and that's kind of all I know about this series. But I really 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 want to binge it. I watched the first season, no, the first episode of the TV show. And first of all, y'all, oh my god, Jason, I'll put a photo of him up. Jason, the older brother, is so fine. That's motivation enough for me to read this. Also, this feels like a very, like, head empty read. No thoughts, head empty read, which I love. So yeah, I need to read this. Really interested in the series. Yeah. Okay, next we have Strangers by, oh, I'm gonna butcher this, Taichi Yamada? Taichi Yamada. It's Yamada. But yeah, anyway, I picked this up on my trip in Europe because I saw the sticker, All of Us Strangers, and I've been really interested in seeing that movie because I know it's queer, but I didn't know it was horror, and I didn't know it was based off of a book. I literally have no clue what this is about. I just really want to read it so I can watch the movie. Yeah. It was a very underwhelming thing. Ooh, okay, this is another book I picked up in the UK. Um, Not the UK, in Europe. And it is I Who Have Never Known Men by Jacqueline Hartman. I kind of butchered that name. But anyway, I just love this cover so much, and I've been looking for it since I've wanted to read this book. But this is basically about a group of like 40 women who are kept underground their whole lives, have never interacted with men, and then one day they all go up to the surface. I don't know, I've heard such great things about this, and like literally nobody, even people who like don't read disturbing books or like, you know, love this book. So I just really want to pick it up so bad. Also, I really want to read this in like one of my AP classes and be like, yeah, I'm just so smart. I'm so studious. Anyway, okay, our last one in this stack, we have The Reappearance of Rachel Price by Holly Jackson. I love the Good Girls Guide to Murder series so much. I'm gonna binge the crap out of that TV show, by the way, because it just came out today in the US. Oh, but anyway, I love that series so much, and I'm really excited to read a standalone by Holly Jackson. Um, this is, I think it's about like a mom, this girl whose mom went missing several years ago, and then all of a sudden she's reappeared. That's literally all I know. I just got the I just spent my this month's Audible credit on this book too, because I'm so excited for this book. This will be my first standalone by Holly Jackson too, because I'm gonna wait till spring break for Five Survive, because that's when it takes place. But yeah, hopefully this will tide me over. Really excited for this. Okay, now I'm gonna move this stack over. Reorganizing so we can get to my last stack of physical books. So now I'm gonna show you guys my most ambitious reads. The first one is It by Stephen King. And this is really ambitious because I don't just want to finish this before August ends. I want to finish this before the summer ends, because I've wanted to do that for several years and I haven't yet. Because every time I get into it, I stop at chapter 2. Oh, hi bookmark. I stop at chapter 2 after reading it because it's just like a very hard chapter for me to read because it's a literal hate crime and it's hard to read. But anyway, but I'm so determined to get through it, especially this summer, because if I don't this summer, I don't want to wait till next summer to read this. But yeah. If you don't know what it is about, it's basically these kids who have to fight off an evil sewer clown, and then 27 years later, they have to come back and fight the evil sewer clown again. And there's one scene that I'm not going to mention. We all know what that scene is. If you know, you know. Not excited to read that. My next ambitious read is A Little Life by Hanya Yanagihara. I don't know. I actually don't really care how I pronounce this author's name because I do know that this book is just trauma corn. So, but I've wanted to also read this since like the beginning of Book Talk, or like since I've been on Book Talk, when this was like an OG, like everybody was recommending this. I did actually get like really far in. I got like almost halfway in last year in over Thanksgiving break, and I just like I didn't finish it because it's so boring. But that was when I was trying to read a part a day. I'm gonna just read a chapter a day of this until I finish it. Yeah. Oh yeah, what it's about like these four dudes who've been friends since college, who are broke in New York. And and they all have their own like really intricate lives. And then except for one of them, well, yeah, but he's just kind of like um the one we see every single trigger warning that this book has, he goes through, which is just, there's so many issues I have with this book, but I'm gonna just get through it. I want to be able to say I read this. Literally the only motivation for this. And maybe reading a chapter a day will like actually give me an appreciation for it, but we'll see. Also, this video is definitely going to be half an hour long. I hope you guys are okay with that. Okay, now we're just on to our last 3 like regular picks for this vlog. Not for this vlog. Oh my god, what is... we're on to our last 3 physical books, and these are just kind of miscellaneous books. So, first up is Two Sides to Every Murder by Danielle Valentine. This is like a summer camp YA thriller. I actually don't really know what this is about, but I've been seeing it literally since the beginning of July. So towards the end of last month, I bought this because I also saw Haley Hughes pick this up, and I feel like if she picked this up, it is my full sign to just like pick this up. It's a very short book though, so I'm hoping like if this isn't all that good, it's not going to be a massive waste of time. But it also has very like Good Girl Guide to Murder vibes. So yeah, I'm very excited for this. Yeah. Okay. Next is Happy Place by Emily Henry. I know, and this actually isn't one that I care whether I finish it in the summer or not, solely because the audiobook is on hold for 4 weeks, so we'll see if I even get to it this month. But also, like, I feel like Emily Henry, I can just kind of read her whenever. Even if most of her romances are summer romances, I'll kind of pick one up like when I'm in the mood, usually during February, because that's my just like, I can only read, you know, romances and or like Black authors, because that's just what I do in February. But like, I don't know, I really want to pick this up soon anyway. Yeah, okay, this. And our last physical book, actually I may just make this the last book of the vlog. Not the vlog, oh my god, the video? Yeah, I'm gonna make this the last book of the video so we're not stretching this on for eternity. But like, if you do want to know my digital picks, let me know in the comments. But anyway, my last book is The God of the Woods by Liz Moore. So this is actually a very thick thriller. Like, this is, I think, almost 500 pages. For a thriller is crazy. But I did start this today as well, because this takes place in August. But like, I don't know, I'm very interested. It's like some girl goes missing at a summer camp, kind of like The Last Time I Lied. Like, because I was reading one chapter of each, kind of flip-flopping today. And like, low-key, I kind of got lost. I kind of didn't, the two were so similar, I kind of got lost. That's what I was trying to say. Anyway, yeah, so this is about a girl who goes missing at a summer camp, and it's 400 pages long. And the title intrigues me, now that I really think about it, because maybe this will be like some magical realism vibes. I don't know, I actually didn't look too hard when I was looking at the book of the month thing last month. But yeah, I don't know, we'll see. I'm gonna read it. Yeah. That was such a, okay, I'm sorry, that was such like a lackluster ending on my part. But that's all the books I want to read in August. Of course, there are several books that I did not get to include because I don't have them, and I don't feel like I don't want to force myself to edit more than I have to. I say that like I don't just have to splice some clips together and use Procreate to make a thumbnail. But yeah, anyway. Yeah. Okay, let me close out this video on a high note. So, thank you all for watching. If you've made it this far, I'm gonna plug my Goodreads, which I haven't been doing for some reason. That always slips my mind, but I'm gonna put my Goodreads, my Instagram, not my Instagram, my Goodreads and my TikTok right there. And if you liked this, like and subscribe. And subscribe for more. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah. Um, but yeah, let me know what you guys want to read in August, like, or if you've read any of these books. Tell me your thoughts in the comments below. All right. Bye, y'all.